dancing my butt off. I don't even have my keys with me, so I couldn't get in my car to get warm. Notice how many people grab their purses. I grabbed my camera. I'm going to learn to put my keys in my
What I
purse.
really liked is that how quickly everybody got up. That was good. That was good. I don't know if we would have been able to do that if we hadn't done our meet and greet. We hadn't been around as much. So what I started to talk about where I was all about the value of what I'm doing. Am I doing the functional dance? Am I living my life to its fullest? Am I treating people the way that I need to? Or are we doing the duck and the walk around and the, oh, I really can't tell them that. I really can't say how I feel. And so we spend all this time doing this dysfunctional dance. And so my mission in life, and what my focus on in my world of interaction with people and the work that I do, is all about keeping it real. Being honest, being authentic, all those buzzwords. But truly, there's behavior that we do that gets in the way of us being able to do that. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. Truth is, as I said, we're on stage 24/7. Our actions clearly speak louder than our words. Body language, our tone of voice, equals 93% of a presentation. 7% is the content. And yet we spend most of our time freaking out and stressing out about the words. And the words are important. But I can say to you, I'm really delighted to be here today. Or I can say to you, I am pumped and excited to be with you today. I think I've already demonstrated that. So I was talking actually, this is an in-the-moment presentation because I was talking with my brother yesterday, telling him about this presentation I was giving, and he said, you might want to add something about the whole media YouTube, that you're really your own media. You could take pictures of yourself, you could videotape yourself and put yourself on YouTube, and then you would really see what you're all about, right? Maybe not. And the truth is that at the end of the day, I believe it's all about the human quotient. Which brings me to the 90-10 rule, which is a NAVism, which is a Nancy Appleman vassalism, and you're more than welcome to use it, but you need to give credit where credit is due. We think that in the workplace, it's all about the task and getting the work done, and that's the reason why we're at work, right? But what gets in the way is the human interaction, the human quotient. And so I don't have to even love you. Quite frankly, I don't even have to like you. We just have to figure out how we're going to work together. And that's about being real. That's about keeping it real. And so something else I learned, I was actually in a workshop last week, because I am a lifelong learner. And the truth is that when you want to point out something to somebody, the best way to do it is the two-finger point, right? But most of my life, my mother was always doing this. And how often do we do this to somebody because we're upset? As opposed to making a point that doesn't become judgmental, doesn't become accusatory, that really just becomes having a dialogue. There's a wonderful book called Crucial Conversations. You get a chance to get it from the library or buy it on Amazon, because that's usually the most discounted house there is. It talks about the fact that Crucial Conversations is all about when the stakes are high, your emotions are high, and when you have opposing opinions. And all too often, what we do is we attack, as opposed to having a dialogue. Or we go to silence, because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I talk to the hand, the phone's not home, leave a message at the tone. Or, I'm angry at you, as opposed to having a dialogue, which is really important. These are all true. And so I think about the fact that you have to really build your house, your foundation. And this was given to me a few years ago, and I really, really like it. It's pretty profound, I think. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. So who do you want to be? And what's your approach with people? Do you tell them stuff? Tell me it, I'm going to forget it. Do you show me so I can remember? Or do you involve me so that I can understand what's going on? Sometimes I need an example, don't I? You may be feeling some way, but how do I know? Unless you give me a specific example. So what songs are you singing? And so I just picked a few. Are you doing the woe me song? Woe me, I'm a pity me, pity me, pity me. Woe me, my life is tough. My life is tough. Or Another Day in Paradise? Do we think about the fact that we've got it good and others don't? Or do you wake up every day and you see it as a brand new day? I'm not quite sure who the artist is on that one, but it is on my phone list, my song list. Thank you, Sting. Okay, great. My Way, which we listened to a little bit earlier from my friends that are in the same generation that I'm in. Yes. People. That's the Barbra Streisand song, you know, the one that she's on the boat going across because she's going to see her man Nick. Okay. Change the world. Can you change the world? And From a Distance, Bette Midler's song. You know, where the world, there's no war, there's harmony. We're taking care of our children. They are our next generation. Feeling stronger every day. You have more confidence and feeling confident. Girl on Fire, which you heard earlier. You know, are you walking on fire? Life is great. Life in the fast lane, and I forget to pay attention to the people around me. Man in the Mirror, which I affectionately changed to Person in the Mirror. I always say, in fact, the class that I had yesterday, they heard me say that, you know, I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson's music. I'm really sorry that he became kind of crazy person towards the end. But his music was amazing. And if you think about the man in the mirror, it really starts with me, the person in the mirror. I make those choices. Are you connected with your family? Are you at war with your family? Right, yes to both? Family systems are tough, aren't they? Really tough. And do you operate as if you're superstitious? I said, you know, do you trust me? Are you the kind that will trust me automatically, or do I have to earn your trust? So what kinds of songs are you playing? What songs are the songs that you're singing? And then there's all types of dances. And now you're wondering, am I going to make you get up and start dancing right now? No, I just want you to breathe, it's okay. I might have, except that we had that fire alarm moment, and so I decided that perhaps I shouldn't do that. You know, but are you in unison? I love that picture. Are you doing it? Together? Are you just doing free form? Are you doing the dysfunctional dance? Are you doing the monkey, the jerk, the swim, Gangnam style? Or the electric style? What dance are you doing? Those that know me know I love to dance, and I get 250 of you out there doing something at some point in time. All right. So the question becomes, what kind of dance have you been doing? Now you'll notice that you had a little packet with the paper clip, and you should have a card, a colored card. I'd like you to take out that card, and you'll notice that there are two apples on one side, and then there's a wonderful something on the back like wow or super or great. So I want you to be on the apple side. This is what we call your dance card. And so at the very top of it, what I'd like you to do is put your name. So I would put Nancy's dance card.
We don't have them back here.
There should be some extras. Are there some extras? Okay. Thank you. How many do you need?
That lady's bringing them.
About 10
I
or
love the
15.
sense of community. Look at this. This is great. Thank you.
Pretend I'm not here.
Anybody over here? Over here? Anybody need any?
She needs one.
Okay. So that either says that we didn't put them in the right places or you didn't sit in the right places. One of the two. Notice the order that I said that in. Thank you. Thanks for your help. I appreciate that. Okay, so you put your name on the card, and then you'll notice at the first apple, I want you to write, the dance I've been doing is, and what is that dance? It can be actual dance or it can be some behaviors. You can say I'm doing the dysfunctional dance. You can say I'm doing the slide. Keep sliding to the right. Anything that works for you. And then what I'd like you to do is, with the person that's right next to you, as much as there may be some trios here, just want you to share. What's the dance you're doing, folks? I'm going to give you 3 minutes to share.
That's it.
I love it.
Did y'all share? Y'all are quiet. Pretend you're doing it again for us. Thank That was good. Hi, I'm sorry. I lost it. I'm sorry.
Okay. I can see that we could leave you in these small groups for the rest of the session and you would be just content. But we got a little bit more to talk about. So this whole notion of, again, it's music, it's Will Smith's song Switch. So we all do this thing called the and but. right? So we want to make a change, we want to switch, we want to be able to be doing that functional dance, and something gets in the way. There's always some kind of roadblock. So there's an exercise that you can do that is, you start off by saying, you pair up and you start off by saying, I want to build a swimming pool. And the other person says, I want to build a swimming pool too, and I want it to have big windows. And then the other person goes back and says, yes, I want to build a swimming pool and I want it to have large steps so that we can go in and out of it anytime we want, right? And then you go on and on and on. It's all about possibilities. And then you turn it around and you say, I want to build a tree house. And the other person says, won't happen. Not going to happen. But I want to build a tree house. Not going to be building a tree house. Not possible. We don't have enough wood. I want to build a tree house and it can be made out of metal. No, that's too expensive. And so what happens? We start to get into this whole kind of wither kind of thing that we can't make a change. In case any of you are wondering, that is my son. I know we don't have possibly not a lot of state fans here, but he played, thank you, we'll pack him in the house, thank you. Curtsy, that's a slide right there. My son played under Amato and O'Brien from 2005 to 2008. He was a third string center, and he's always with me, whatever. So it's really important to make the switch, make a change, going from the whole solo kind of operation to working in collaboration, reaching out to people, networking with people, right? And that there are some really cool, I think, keys to success. Because we all want to be successful in doing that functional dance. And the one that's the top, and I don't know if it's necessarily in any order, but clear and consistent communication. I cannot make an assumption that you're inside my head. If I'm living and breathing something, if I've been feeling something, if I've been experiencing something, I can't expect you to know. I have to talk to you. And the truth is that I need to talk to you in the language that you speak, not in my language. Because we all speak different languages, and it's not whether we're natives of North Carolina or not. It has to do with the way in which we operate. You're familiar with the Myers-Briggs, I'm sure. You're familiar with the DISC model. Those are all ways in which people look at communication style. And what gets in the way is, are we speaking? And then there's male and female communication. You know, for the most part, 65% of women love to tell you that A to Z story, double A to Z, double Z story. And men just want that yes, no. What do you want me to do? Are you kidding me, Nancy? You didn't write that down. Well, if I wrote it down, you'd still lose it, so what difference does it make? You'd lose the list. Honest and timely feedback. Most people, when they hear feedback, they go what? They do what? They brace themselves. They brace themselves for, here we go, I'm going to find out what's not okay. And the truth is that feedback's a gift. Somebody takes the time to tell you what they think. The problem is that we focus on what we want you to do different. As opposed to, I'd like to share with you what I value and appreciate about what you bring to the table. And what I want you to do more of because I love it. And then, you know what? There are some things that you're doing that are getting in the way of you being as effective as you can be. Notice I didn't use that word weakness or constructive criticism. Just the words. You know, the words we use really have an impact. And then the active listening motion, which children teach us very well that we're not really listening. And they'll say to you, you're not listening, you're hearing me. Because you're multitasking and you're telling me not to multitask. And then about being authentic. I say to people, what you see is what you get. I am this way all the time. Just ask my family. By the way, I don't think I saw any of you in the workout room this morning. Thank you. You just didn't look the same. That's right, you were at the one right next to me. Thank you. Okay. And you probably were wondering, what is she listening to, right? I was, yeah, I was pumping. All too often, we forget to solicit input from others. We think we know it all. And the truth is the value of collaboration and getting input from others is that you create something that's far better. Because if I just isolate myself and I'm in my chair and I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking, then I think I got a problem. But if I step out of that chair and I ask people what they think, and they come up with ideas. You know, Googling is not the only way to get ideas. Although I have to say that my colleagues that are resourceful with technology know to Google to find out how to fix something very quickly, which I would have said, I'm frustrated, I can't do this, I guess I won't be able to use it. And you know what? It starts with me. I'm the catalyst for change. Change is a good thing. Because we have too many habits. Sometimes those habits need to be broken. And then my mantra, you know, you got a NAVism, now you got a mantra, which is OSDFA. And OSDFA is one size doesn't fit all. And I learned it probably 35 years ago. I was in a training class, and myself and another woman, we were pretty large women, and she stands up onto the flip chart and she says OSDFA, and I'm like, what is that? And she said, I don't know about you, but I go into a store and it says one size fits all, and you put it on, and it fits you up to here, and that's it. Now you notice in stores it says one size fits many. And the truth is it doesn't fit people either as well. Some of you that know me know that I've gone through some transformations of my own. I fell in December of 2009 and broke my ankle, in which I said to the doctor, oh, just patch it up, I need to be in Florida in a few days. And they said, oh no, you need surgery. And it took 3 people to pick me up because of where I fell and also because I was very heavy. And I said, I couldn't walk for 3 months. I was bedridden, which you know, you can already tell that that's really not my style. And I was determined that I wasn't going to gain a pound while I was sitting for 3 months. So I got a personal trainer to come into the house so we could lift the one leg. And I said, this is it. So I lost 70 pounds. And I walked every day, rain, snow, whatever, because the fact that I can get up and move is really, really important to me. And so one size doesn't fit all is that we're all unique, we're all different, we've all been on different journeys. And it's all about what do you want to do moving forward. You know the significance of today is? Today's the 18th day of the month.